What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the one and only Concrete City. So now that the Jeep is like monster-fied, we can finally get back here in one piece without breaking anything. It's a little bit hard for me to walk around because, as usual, I don't ever pick the correct attire for going on adventures. But smells like spray paint. Spray paint everywhere. It's been a while since I've actually been here. I usually don't care for coming to places by myself. I'm usually kind of the teamwork kind of dude. But with how the weather is today, it's very rainy, as you can see, and I don't know, I just kind of wanted to find something productive to do. But the interesting thing, and I'm hoping that at some point, let me put my hood back up now. I'm hoping at some point I can actually get over there, because right in the one pit, mudding reference, there's a pit over there. There's actually a truck that apparently got stuck, and as they were trying to, keep revving and revving and revving to get it out, it ended up catching on fire, which obviously isn't something I'm going to joke around about. I'm fully aware of how shitty of a situation that is, but I just figured, it's definitely something to share with you guys. And there's a vehicle over there now with two guys that are actually trying to make some quick work of cutting the truck up and taking it out for scrap. So he actually made a reference to me saying that, he hates how, people do things like that, and that it causes issues at these abandoned locations, which I don't really want to say it's that person's fault. It's a small truck, so I mean, I could definitely see how they got stuck. Whew, look at that. That does not look safe at all. So either there's been a lot of recent decay, or it's just been this heavily vandalized. It's like mud everywhere. So even though today, it finally started raining, it's been relatively dried out everywhere. So I didn't think it was going to be this disgusting here. I thought, there wasn't going to be, lakes going through here. And honestly, you can see that people have really been beating the pathway through here, because just look at how deep, and honestly, these sections here that are still up, those are things that you risk with your axle running over. And honestly, I don't really feel too comfortable riding center on these things, even with the Jeep now lifted and with the 35-inch tires on it. The thing is, the more people with bigger tires are tearing into this, the more chances that there's going to be vehicles just like that going to get stuck, because they're not equipped to handle, what's going on here. This is becoming the ultimate off-roading location for, not being easy. This isn't an amateur spot. I mean, I guess it never really was an amateur spot, because, I mean, you guys know I've busted the Jeep quite a few times here.
He shows how tough a Jeep actually is.
If you
Thank God today I haven't. I'm trying not to slip and bust my butt either. But I am curious to know what it's going to look like up there, because actually back in that corner is like the worst, of the worst for the mud. But you can see there's just like garbage all coming down the hill there. Now for a while they were actually talking about closing this off to where people were going to be no longer allowed to access, which I think most of this destruction came when Graffiti Highway was closed down and buried, which is now public land. I find that hilarious. Basically went through all that for nothing. But I think the bulk of what happened here, you know, stems from people not being able to graffiti over there. So it sounds like we've got some kind of ATV coming over from that direction. Yep. You can see him coming around right back there. So I'm going to make my way back over to the Jeeps. That way I'm not walking too far away from it where I have to worry about anybody vandalizing it or, you know, trying to steal it or anything like that. So I'm going to move that up ahead with me a little bit. All right, guys, so we've now moved over to the other side. And, you know, standing here, you can actually get a good look at how much the Jeep has really changed. I'll go ahead and roll the photo from when we first came to Concrete City. So that was our first adventure at Concrete City, where we didn't really do anything bad to it. It was kind of every trip thereafter that everything bad happened. This is definitely, very hard to walk on. So I'm gonna try to make my way around here as best as possible. So, unfortunately, the world is full of assholes. We've got a burned mattress right here. Then actually over here, which was the first section when I ever tried to get into Concrete City, which was a nightmare. I definitely needed to have the lift and things like that. I couldn't really get the Jeep through this. But you can see that people were just obnoxiously rude, and they actually purposely put debris right here inside of the road. That kind of sucks. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I don't want to get too close, but that's a big ass pit. Like it's deep. It's really deep, and there's wood. There's a tire. There's some more wood over there, which I can see the nails sticking up out of it. And then we've also got the drop trees, which the drop trees aren't really an issue as much as what's in there and what actually could still be underneath of there. So just because what you can see on the outside here, there still actually could be a lot more down inside. It really is a shame how much has actually happened here. Trying not to fall, but if I am going to fall, I at least want it on camera. Now, I wouldn't worry too much if I did fall in this, because if you guys remember the video where I rescued that one truck.
It's like a rock.
She's 3.
It kind of looks like a turtle. Yeah. Carved into it.
Here, we need to hair tie for her.
That one.
Then you'll know I actually walked right out into this without any issue, and I wasn't really concerned, so I'm not worried about getting a little bit dirty. Actually looked like some stuff was intentionally smashed up a little bit here. Got some furniture pieces. Oh yeah, there's actually some more of the furniture pieces right there. Right there you can see it. So there might be like a table or something laying in here. That's nice. Yep, people are ruining this. Toys, so as JP Videos would always say, it's officially abandoned. Okay, so there's a Domino's box. Now, I know Domino's say they deliver everywhere. It'd be funny as hell if they actually came back here and delivered that. I'm gonna say I doubt it though, but that would be pretty hilarious. So, the truck is actually back over this way, so we're going to make our way in this direction. Try to see if I can get a little showing of it on camera here. Whoa, almost fell. Luckily, I know my way around this place pretty well now from being here for as many times as I've been, but I'm still going in the wrong direction. It's not that I'm really going in the wrong direction, I'm just trying to find, like, I guess you'd say the most convenient route to get over there. I need to be able to see there. I think I'm going to actually just go along the houses here because that's just too much to try to deal with. Plus then you guys get to see some more of these, so. So, as I would always say with this place, if you've never checked out Concrete City, I think it's definitely a place worth checking out. Sadly, I think if you do plan on checking out this location, I think it's actually something that you might want to do relatively soon, just because of all of what's going on here. I mean, I could honestly foresee issues taking place here. So, and with how hard it is now to even get back here, I think if you've been waiting for the right time to come out, I think you should consider, you know, now being the right time, because any later and this place might not be here any longer. It's pretty incredible because people tried to demolish this place long ago and they could not successfully do that. But leave it to a few immature adults and some teenagers, and this place will be history. So right over here is actually that deep pit where I did the rescue of that truck, and right there, as you can see, is actually the burned truck itself. So I don't want to get close. I don't want to spook the people that are working on it. You know, there are guys over there that are going to be pulling this out and taking it to a scrap yard. So I kind of want to give them their space and be respectful. You know, I don't want to put anybody on camera that doesn't want to be shown. That's why I also, even with the photo, I kind of hung there and I talked to the guy a little bit. I actually showed up to the scene before he did. Let me clean that off. And you know, so apparently this was a fresh incident. It did just happen. But you know, like I said, he was concerned about the fact that, you know, them leaving it there is going to end up causing more harm than good. So, which granted, you know, he wants the money from scrapping it, but at the same time, it is at least removing, you know, that from the location. So I would say I'm definitely happy for that. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming along on our revisit to Concrete City. Like I said, figured I'd do something with the rainy day today, and you know, felt like going out and felt like this was a good location to see. Figured there wouldn't be too many people here, and honestly, I'm glad I did come, because I think it was worth, you know, being able to say that I got to see a truck that burned, that couldn't escape Concrete City. So aside from the paranormal that we know is here, there was also a vehicle death as well. So there's now a ghost of a truck that haunts this gray city. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.
The apocalypse.